Hi guys, today we're going to do the doodles for Galatians 3, and if you happen to hear something in the background occasionally that sounds like a saw, it's that. It's a saw. My husband's making our neighbor's table right now in the garage, so you'll have to forgive that noise. Okay, so Galatians 3. Okay, so for the doodles for this, probably the most difficult one is going to be the doodle for Paul. In this, Paul is pretty upset with the Galatians, so with the Galatian church. So what I did is you do the head for his head, and then to show that he's really emphasizing his point, I draw his body. It's still a bowling pin guy, but I'm just curving out so it looks like he's leaning forward. And then I'm going to put an arm here, and then an arm pointing out, so just a straight line, and with a circle for his hand. And then I'm going to draw his two eyes, but I'm going to make him a little bit angry, so I'm just going to draw a line up from each of the eyes, so it looks like he's mad. And then his beard, as usual, just scribble varying the direction. Then you can give him hair or not. And that's the angry Paul. And it's fun to go along and just outline just the outside of him again, just to give it a little bit more depth, a little more interest, if you want to. Okay, and then we also have where I ask you to write law and draw a book shape around it, or you can draw the book first and write law inside. So for the book, I'm just going to draw two bumps. It almost looks like when you draw a bird in the distance. And then I'm going to draw the same thing down below those, and then just connect the sides like that. You can leave it just like that. That could be good enough. Write law inside, or if you wanted to make it look more like a book, go down to just a little bit below the top edge, draw a line out, and then follow it down. And then instead of curving up the bottom, we're just going to go straight across the bottom, draw the spine, straight across, and back up. And then you can also, if you wanted to, make a few more pages, but you don't have to. It just depends on how artsy you're feeling that day. Next we'll do just a basic cross, but we're going to write inside of this one, so make it a little bit wider on the crossbar so you can write your words inside there. So like lowercase t, then you're going to write Christ inside there. And then with this one, if you want, that's perfectly fine just to leave it like that. You could also draw a drop shadow, which is just going down just a little bit there, down this side, and on this side, like that. You could color that in with your pen or with marker, or you could make it more 3D to stand out from the page by just drawing angled lines like that, and then connecting by matching this line with this line, that line with that line, that and that, there and there, and then this one's just going to go all the way up the side to match that one. So that could make it 3D. Obviously you don't want to do both like that because it just looks weird with the shadow on one side, but you can do it that way, or just leave it the cross. Next we're going to write the word faith and then draw a cloud around it, or draw the cloud first. So with the cloud, I like to make the bumps different sizes and different heights, and then just join it up there. Write faith in there. You can draw a couple of things with your cloud. You can draw lines for shading and just go all along the bottom like that. Vary the height of the lines. Some are long, some are short. Or another fun thing to do is go match the inside, but make the outside of the bumps go above, so it's like a double layer there. And that's just kind of a fun thing to add on there. And for the last thing in Galatians 3, you're going to do some speech bubbles, and you can do basic, you know, just the basic circle. If you're doing these, write the words out first and then draw the speech bubbles around, because it never works if you try to draw the speech bubble and fit your words in there. You always end up with it wonky. You can draw a square with the speech bubble. If he's angry, like when Paul is here, you can just draw some lines, make one longer like that, and then again you can just shade some of these if you wanted to. Same with this. Shade that if you wanted to. And that's it for Galatians 3.